All right, we are at the July edition of Cars and Coffee here at the Silos, Beaumont, Texas. And before 9 o'clock, there was already over 100 cars here. So pretty slammed, even though it's 175 degrees. A lot of people here already, so we're gonna do a quick little walk around. It's a pretty little silver truck. Got a soft spot for silver. If you know, you know. Very nice. So I'm gonna walk over here because there's a couple of old trucks and cars are steadily rolling in. I know at 8:30 there was already 100 cars here. So this beauty. Another silver C10. Nice little blue C10.
That's his dad's truck.
Clean little truck. Give the late model Ford some love. This guy coming in here. Very nice. That blue truck came out of Mississippi. Belonged to Rusty Seaman. And I think Chris bought it from him, for what he told me is correct. So we'll get a little video of it. I'm actually gonna try to do a little interview with Courtney. Courtney puts this little cruising on and kind of heads it up, and every month I've started to try to do a little feature car and let the owner talk about it a little bit and tell us about it. I asked him if he wouldn't mind giving us a little rundown of his Mustang. If you've watched these videos, I know you've seen that Mustang. Beautiful, beautiful car. So we're gonna try to walk around, grab Courtney in a bit, and let him tell us about his car. But I am here wearing my vintage Super Shop shirt. A lot of people wanting it. You can buy these, they still have them. This isn't one from back in the day, it's a new one. But Super Shops still has a website that you can buy things off of. I think they have about one store maybe left in California. But I picked this up. It came across my feed, and I had the exact same shirt many years ago. And so I wanted to get a retro Super Shop shirt. So anybody that wants one, you can just search them online. You'll be able to get them. Man, this car is beautiful. Got white interior. Very nice. Good looking little Trans Am. Very clean little car. I always like the dash with the little aluminum plate dash in these cars. I think that's so cool looking. Back in the 70s, that would have been, you know, high tech. Very nice little car. Very well done. Beautiful car. Definitely be a feature car at some point. The old 55 gasser. It's a post car. What'd you do? All that work you've been putting in my car? 51. I'm 55, man. Come on. Love the little post car. We may have a record this month. It's another little post car. I love this thing. this would be a fun car just to hop in and go get ice cream in the afternoons, play around. Look at that. If you know, you know. So there was back when I was a kid back in Alabama. I was a teenager. I worked for Wayne Simpson at Simpson's Parkway Tires. And there was an old lady that would come in once a month, and she'd bring this car in, that car. And I think, no, hers was a Super Sport, though, with a little 327. And she only drove it to church on Sunday and then to the grocery store after church. And she would bring it up to us, and we would have to, she would say, my car, it ain't running right. Something's wrong with it, Wayne. He'd say, all right, we'll take care of it. She'd go sit down in the waiting room. We would grab some transmission fluid. I would get in the car, and Wayne would pour about a half a quart of transmission fluid in the car through the carburetor, and then he'd tell me, hey, take it out on the interstate and run it until it quit smoking. And we'd bring it back to her, and she would be so happy, and oh, it was so running so much better. All it was is, it was, you know, she would barely do the speed limit, and she didn't drive it very much, and it was carbon building up in the cylinders. So she would try to pay him, and he wouldn't take any money from her, so she'd give me like a 50-cent tip, give me 2 quarters for doing it. It was so sweet, and I always wanted that car. And I think when she passed, maybe the grandson got the car. And after he got the car, he was, you know, not deserving of the car per se. And I think he had the car like 2 years and ended up selling it for a crack rock or something. Lord forgive me for saying that. Maybe he did. Anyway, just a terrible situation. Beautiful car. It's probably a donk now. Clean little 442. No, a lot of these cars are the same cars we see every month, so maybe a little bit repetitive, but it is what it is. We got some new ones. There's some new ones here. I mean, you could say that Chris's truck's fairly new. It's only been out here a couple of times. Oh, I see something down here. It looks like it came straight out of Wilmer, Alabama. Redneck Riviera Special. I love it. It's the kind of thing I'd love to have just to play in and aggravate my neighbors. This right here. Looks like it's got a bed liner coating. Let's see if I can get a look at that. Oh yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't have this thing over at the Sabine mud bog this weekend. I think they're having a big mud event over at the Sabine Park, Mud Bog Park. Haven't seen this car before. If I have, it hasn't been very often. Clean little orange Nova.
I looked when I came in, and I was the only one at the time.
Very nice. Very nice. Always got a few little Fox body Mustangs representing. I always like the notchbacks better than the hatchbacks. These cars look like they're flying when they're sitting still. And I'm a Chevrolet guy, but I've always respected these little Mustangs. I remember when I was a kid racing these guys up and down Airport Boulevard. They were so quick. They'd jump me out of the hole and get out on me a little bit, and then that big block would get in its rhythm and hawk them down. This is a very clean little car. See if we can get a little roll out of it. Nice little ride. Let's see what we got down here. Fierro. Pontiac's a little budget Trans Am. JR Union showed up. Always going to have the Chevelle. Chevelle fellas represent. Very clean. Nice little car. It would not hurt my feelings if that sun got behind them clouds and stayed there. There's my favorite Chevelle with those big old tires on the back. Make a note of this car. I'm kind of, I got under there and took some notes here recently, and you know, got a surprise coming later. Kind of, I use this car as some homework for on Celine. Man, they'll just let anything up in here. If you've been to any of the Cruising the Coast and some of the bigger car shows, I'm sure you've seen this car. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know, I don't know that I've ever fully met this guy that owns him. I know I've got a lot of mutual friends. He's actually friends with a lot of my buddies over in Louisiana and back in Alabama. That and he just lives, I think, right up the road from me here in Texas. But I don't know if I've ever met him. I think he's got a little truck, and I've talked to him before when he brought his truck up here. Nice guy, but just absolutely beautiful car. One of a kind. Talk about looking like it's flying when it's sitting still. I don't know of a car that looks faster sitting still than this one. Beautiful, beautiful car. Jerry, I think is his name. Again, probably one of the top 10 cars I've ever seen. I mean, I've been going to Cruising the Coast for years and years and years, seeing a bunch of high-end cars, but this one is, it's right up there with the best of them. I think we got over 200 cars here. I have to ask Courtney what the count is, but this could very well be a 200. I don't think we've ever been over 200 at this little cruise in. Here's Chris's truck. This is the one that used to belong to Rusty in Mississippi. If you know Rusty, he swaps out vehicles like I used to swap out girlfriends in my heyday. I want to get myself in trouble with my Ukrainian princess at home, but Chris got this from Rusty, and I think John Brandon, I think he told me John Brandon did a lot of the work in the bed here, a lot of the metal work. He's an old Mobile boy. Very, very nice truck. Very clean. The only thing that would make this truck better is if it was silver. Like I said, I'm partial to silver, but it is beautiful. Love the bead locks. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Guardian of the Galaxy. Galaxy 500. Like these old Fords. And this car right here has a special place in my heart because my stepdad, who used to have one of the biggest, it wasn't a scam, he owned a bar, and a lot of tradesmen, mechanics, body men drank at his bar. And he also had a car lot where he restored and sold old cars. So what he would do, he would go out and buy an old car. It could be a rust bucket, he didn't care. And he would let the guys that drank at his bar have unlimited beer tabs and trade it back off for body work, mechanic work. So he would buy an old junk car, and in 3 months those guys would have it looking like this, and he would just let it for free. And then when it was time to pay the tab, he just wrote it off as a loss and then he sold the cars. So it was kind of like Maple's Motors. You know, you see all the videos from Maple Motors where he's got all the classic cars. He had the exact same scenario, except he was getting the cars he would buy an old car for 500 bucks. You know, let these guys drink, they'd put all the work in, and then he would write the tab off as a loss at the bar and sell the car for whatever and, you know, make a killing. But all that being said, this was his daily driver. This is what he had to drive daily. The exact same car, except it was emerald green.
It's all wore out.
And it was literally one of the cars I learned how to drive in. I think his was a 455 car. And I remember being on I-65 cruising through Mobile, and we'd be running 120, 130, just floating. And a lot of people don't know this, but this was GM's first G-body, and the Monte Carlo was their second G-body. So the 69 Grand Prix was the first G-body GM ever put out. The 70 Monte Carlo was the second G-body. And they had G-bodies for, I think, till 72. And then they went away from them and brought them back in 78. It's a beautiful car, man.
Thank you.
I do a YouTube video.
What's that?
I do a YouTube video that I put out every month on the show. So if you're on the Golden Triangle,
yeah,
I'll post it on there and you'll see this
so
video.
You're not the same guy that takes the pictures?
No,
okay.
I just do the video. The guy that takes the pictures, he's around here somewhere.
Earlier. He was taking some pictures.
Yeah, he does the pictures and I do the video. So
cool.
I'll have this up later today.
Oh, really?
So you can watch it.
Sweet.
I talk about cars and stuff while I'm doing it, and I was just explaining that my stepdad had this exact same car in green
right?
when I was a
in
kid.
Green?
I learned how to drive in one of these.
Well, I'll tell you what's crazy. My dad and my uncle bought these cars brand new in '69.
Oh, really?
And my mom wrecked ours, and my aunt kept hers, and she got ready to sell it. When I was in high school, I bought that one from her, so I had one in high school.
Really?
And it was a 428.
What is this one?
This one is actually started as a 400, but it's stroke.
Okay.
461 Butler.
Okay. Nice.
Butler Performance is the Pontiac Guru guys.
Oh yeah.
Out of Tennessee.
Yeah. Yep. It's a beautiful car.
I'll show you underneath. That's all when you got to get on your knee to open the hood.
Oh yeah. I've got a good friend up in Detroit. He's basically got a clone of my car, which is the silver 70 Monte Carlo down there.
Oh, I've seen you before. Yeah.
And he's also got one of these. So he's got two. He's got the
really?
Monte Carlo and a Grand Prix. And I'll make sure he sees this video. He'll love this thing.
Yeah. Like I say, I had one in high school, so I've been looking for one for about 6 or 7 years. Mm-hmm. And every one I found was rusted to death, you know. Okay. But I found this car in Phoenix. And actually a guy in Florida built it, but he bought the car out of California.
Okay.
And he did a frame off on it.
Look at these guys. What's your name?
Randy.
Randy? I'm Tommy.
Tommy.
Nice to meet you. Maybe
I like that Monte Carlo too. Is that one you fixing to do the interior on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on a few pieces to come in to finish it, but hopefully next month it'll be done.
I had a girl in high school who had the same car in that kind of root beer brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, that I was just explaining to these people on the video that this car was the first GM G-body and the Monte Carlo was the second.
Right.
They're basically
70s
almost
when
the
Monte Carlo came.
Monte Carlo, because DeLorean left Pontiac and went to Chevrolet,
Yeah.
and basically
there you go.
they were working on that and these cars were literally supposed to originally be a mid-engine car.
Right.
That's why the front's so
Yeah.
long, because they just when they said no mid-engine, they just made the front of the car
Well,
a
this
couple
first
inches
year
longer.
body style was so far from a 68 Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't even.
Oh, I know.
68 looked like a Bonneville
Yeah.
or something, you know?
Yeah, I call these gentlemen's hot rods.
There you go.
Good to meet you. I may do a feature on your car at some point.
Okay, sweet.
Got a lot of the late model stuff here. All right, we're gonna see if we can find Courtney. There he is. So this is Courtney's car. It is his I believe it's 69 Mach 1 Mustang. Just an absolutely beautiful car. Courtney is who puts this show on and who kind of heads this up and coordinates it, and he does a really good job, and I've loved this car ever since I first moved out here and saw it. So I asked him earlier if he wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about it and let it be our feature car. So as soon as he's done with his conversation over there, I'm going to grab him and let him tell us a little bit about it. Absolutely beautiful. So again, back when I was a kid, one of our neighbors that lived a little down the road from us, they owned a locksmith company, the Pattons, and he had one of these cars, and it had a 460 in it. Of course, it was bored and stroked, made a bunch of horsepower, and it was Radiance Orange. And I love that car. That car was so fine. And John, we called him Big John because he was a big guy, and he ended up passing away in his sleep from his size, and he never really got to enjoy the car the way he should have. I always hated that because he built that car and spent a lot of money and time on it and never really got to enjoy it. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Of course, we're in Beaumont, Texas, at the silos. You can see our little sign here. This is the highway 69. Courtney, what's the count up to?
149 with that Viper.
149. You mind telling us a little
I
bit
don't
about your car? Tell us your name.
Courtney ate a lot.
Ate a lot.
I
Okay.
ate a lot of food.
Ate a lot of food. So tell us about your car.
Okay, my dream car growing up in high school was a 69 or 70 Mach 1. So when I retired from ExxonMobil, I went looking for one. So I have a 1970 Mach 1 resto mod. But I love the car. I loved it when I bought it, and I'm 13 years now, and I'm still in love with it.
What size engine is it? What size engine is it?
It's got the 351 Cleveland. It's got the 351 Cleveland with the 4V, which is a high performance head. And I haven't run it in a quarter mile in probably 5 or 6 years, but 11.62 seconds was the time.
Really?
So it's not the fastest car on the block, but it's all up.
Right.
I don't need to go any faster.
4-speed car, right?
Originally it was a 4. I have a 5-speed.
It's 5-speed in it now.
For cruising down the interstate.
Right. Well, I was just telling people that I moved here 4.5 years ago and started coming to this right away. I think it had just really kicked off, and I fell in love with the car, and I decided last year to start doing these videos. And I hate that I'm just now getting around to featuring your car. I'm trying to do more car features, but I think, and I'm a Chevrolet guy,
Yeah.
but This car right here, hands down, my favorite Ford ever built, and this is probably one of the best representations of this particular car that I've ever seen. For what it is, a daily driver that you can get in and go anywhere. I know y'all do a lot of cruises.
Yes, we do.
It's not a show car, but you can roll it into any car show, and everyone's going to know it. So
I'm not in it for the trophies or anything, and I put this together, the Coffee and Cars at Hard Bean, so people can come out and have a good time. It's free, unless you buy coffee,
right?
Whatever. But you come and go as you please. There's no pressure to, like shining it up for a trophy or anything. Just people come out and have a good time.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about.
Well, I appreciate it, and I know everybody else appreciates you doing it, and it gives me something to look forward to every month. I moved here from Alabama 4 years ago. Pretty much my whole life was spent there, and all my friends, all my car friends, I've met a few people out here that's kind of embraced me, and the car community is just as strong here as it is back home.
Yes.
And we hot rodders are going to hot rod. We don't care what
right.
the economy's like or what's going on in the world. We're going to hot rod. So
right.
I really appreciate it. I know everybody else appreciates it.
you documenting all this because your videos are awesome.
Well, thank you.
So,
it's fun to do. I'm gonna try to get better and get more content rather than just me walking around talking, because I know probably people don't want to hear some of my stories, but we're gonna start doing more features and do a little bit better artwork. I bought a new phone to get better quality video. Okay. So hopefully it's just gonna get better and better. But thank you. I won't keep you. And you said we're up to how many?
149.
149. We're gonna get 200 one day.
One day we will. We had 165 as our previous record. So
really?
We're pushing it.
Okay. That's awesome. Well, thank you, sir. Courtney's a great guy. You can tell by talking to people who the genuine great people are, and Courtney's one of them. He doesn't have to head this up. He doesn't have to do this, and he coordinates it. He does all the posts to keep people apprised of it. He makes sure people don't come here and act a fool like you see at a lot of car events. I think the rule here is once you're out on that road, it's on you. But inside this parking lot, you're not going to do, anything crazy or dangerous. So, and that's the way it should be. There's babies in here and little kids. And Courtney, and everybody respects Courtney, and we make sure that we don't do crazy stuff. I hear a whistle over here. That's called whistle while you work. This video is going a little bit long. There's so many cars here, and I know I'm running my mouth a little bit. Very nice. So I'm gonna try to ease over here and end up on the old land barge of mine. Proof everyone's welcome. What you call horsepower with style. All right, we're going to go over here and end up on the old land barge. Actually, the stud muffin in front of me walking right here has got one of the most unique cars here, so let's go look at it. Come tell us about this car of yours.
Oh.
Do a quick little walk around of this thing.
Well, I know it's fun. You got some haters. It should be a Chevy with the bow ties on it. But the car is actually built in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a SSV Redline in Australia. Chevy imported, and they called it a Chevy SS. All I did is I took the bow ties off and I added the Holden emblem. If you want to come here and look, I got a build plate on the car. So you run the VIN, it tells you where it was built, when it was built, with the OEM options with the LS3 numbers, and then obviously with that paint and the options of this car, it's number 47 on a 523 build.
Nice.
And now there's not a holding company anymore, so
Right.
a little more collectible down the road.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I've actually, we've been cruising together and went to a few events together, and I've been riding with him, and I've seen this thing when it needs to get up and go, and it is definitely a hot rod. It don't look like a hot rod to people who don't know any better. They think, oh, it's just a little sedan, four-door sedan. No. We were leaving a little barbecue restaurant, and he was in front of me, and I turned to make sure nothing was coming. When I looked back, the car was pointing out towards the field, and his driving, he pulled it back in, and he corrected it. Hopefully your insurance company don't watch this, but this thing will get out from under you quick. Beautiful little car. Beautiful little car. And Josh, he's still over there talking, but Josh, for the first time, brought out his new project. This is his, he calls it his Catfish Camaro. Of course, you know, it's got the Catfish front end. And he's very proud of it. He's been banging on it for about 3 months, trying to get it ready to go, and brought it out for the first time to cruise in. The blue Camaro's at home. Said he almost shed a tear having to leave it this morning, but you know, he wanted to drive this thing. It's got a lot more work to do to it, a lot of the fancy stuff, new carpet, cleaning up on the inside, but it is full of power under this hood. I think him and Wade Petrie from Petrie Performance has been thrashing on it to get it up to speed on the tune, and finally got it dialed in, I think last night or the night before. I texted him and he said, yeah, we're working on it now. So it is it's a monster. I haven't ridden in it yet, but he says that it's a handful. Josh,
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about your car. This is the legend of Beaumont. This is Josh Parrish. He's one of my buddies I met out here, and he loves this car, and I want him to tell y'all a little bit about it.
The 6.0, pulled out a little bit, F1.8 Pro Charger, 4L80, Pandora's box. That's what it was. That's what it is.
And how much horsepower is it supposed to make?
Somewhere close to 1,000.
Right around 1,000 horsepower.
I couldn't say. We'll
And
find out one day. It feels like it anyway.
And you literally just finished it up 2 days ago
Thursday night.
with the tune.
Thursday night.
Yeah, I was just telling everybody that I texted you to see how things were going, and you're like, we're finishing right now, working on it now. So you'll see more of this. He did say he shed a tear this morning having to leave his blue car at home. But that blue car is probably going to be for sale soon. He's done been bit by the bug, so if you've seen the blue Camaro, it's probably going to be available. I got first dibs on it though. But no, I can't wait to see it, you know, what he does with this thing moving forward. When we go into Evadale?
Yeah, maybe in the fall. It'll be ready. I'm hoping by middle of September, somewhere in there.
Nice.
My transmission issues fixed.
I mean, you can't live driving distance from the drag strip and not take it. I mean, you got to
I'll
go.
take it. She's not quite ready yet, though.
Go in there, drive it in there, put some of the trailer cars on the trailer, and then drive it home. That with the money, that's always fun to do. You can
Maybe one day.
strut out of there like JJ the boss. All right, we're gonna wrap this video up on the old land barge over here. Still waiting on door panels. Still got the old door panels in it. The new door panels should be in sometime in August. We'll get those put in. Still loving the headliner. Nothing else has really changed. There are some big changes coming. It's going to look completely different once that's done. I can't wait. for people that are, you know, in the car culture, they'll know what I'm talking about. And so yeah, that's about it. All this has got to be pulled back out to do the door panels and get some of the trim squared away. We got our car show coming up. I was passing out flyers earlier for our little neighborhood car show. If anybody watches this that didn't get a flyer, it's coming up in September the 19th in Bevel Oaks. In our park, we got a lot of shade. There'll be vendors. I mean, it's a pretty good little deal. I think last year we had about 70 cars show up for the second one. I'd like to get over 100 this year. Really help the people that put it on. So, oh yeah, my console. You know, I added my cup holders to my console. Those are cool. Now I ain't got to worry about my cup falling over sitting in my lap. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna end on this. Old Celine. We'll see y'all next month. Red line tires on that car.
Hey man, I found the house in 08 after it got flooded.
All right, they're starting to roll out.
Like that.
So if you don't get another ice dump through there.
Yeah, it's just storm surge I got worried about. It won't flood, rain flood now.
Because of black 55.
That's the problem. When I got that son of a bitch, I just put everything in it because it's 5 foot down, everything's out. I want to do cabin.
This car right here.
Then it's just like,
Beautiful.
I can't go too nice because I don't want to cry if it floods again. It's hard to motivate knowing that it will happen again, bro.
God, I hope not.
Big flood.
Look at this thing. Yeah. Clean old car.
It was all made. Hell of a lot worse than Block is. Block's just one everybody knows about because they, you know, race.
See if we can get this TA. Very clean little car. He snuck up on me. I don't think I was fast enough.
The scary part about it is like, so there's actually some cool like games out there. Drive around pretty much all the sensors and Wi-Fi and stuff for those systems.
Oh man, I love this truck. I'm a little jealous. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, there's a
Only if it was silver. Just kidding. Maybe a silver stripe on the hood.
I'm fixing up. I got a job here.
Hey, they sent you that book, and then I read over it, and I had a pre-send it, and to add the paper, like paper customized. Really good.
these out here. See what this old Camaro would do. She's a monster. All right, that's a wrap for the cruise in July edition. Let me end on this little puppy. I want to end my YouTube video on this little guy. Hey, hey, wasn't there another? There it is. So we not only have hot rods, we got pretty dogs too. Thank you. See y'all next time.